the unsung promo hero of the week and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 57 of The Rundown. I'm Amelia Madl with Promo Corner, and joining me is Miss Lori Bolton of Totally Bamboo. How are you?
Good. Good morning, Amelia.
Aloha.
Afternoon. Aloha. It's probably afternoon where you're at. I think I'm 4 hours behind you.
Yes, it is afternoon
here. It's still morning, but yes, I'm in Waikiki right now. So awesome.
Love it. Love it. And turn your head to the side so we can see your little flower. Oh, other side.
Well, when I turned it this way, did it work? Can you see it?
There we go. Yep.
So a little factoid for women, like if you wear it on your right side behind your, on the right side by your ear, you're single. And if you put it on the left side, it means that you are married / unavailable. So I do have it on my proper side.
Good to know. I would probably mess that up. I just put one in both ears and just be like, I'm covered.
Yeah, you're covered. Depending on what you feel like, right? Like,
yeah.
I love it. So yes, I was on a mission to find my little flower because I think they're so cute. Like I wish I could get away with wearing it on the mainland every day.
You probably could. But speaking of beach and vacation and exotic places, our sponsor this month is a new one. So Pro Towels is one of the largest towel and textile suppliers in the U.S., serving a wide range of products in the promotional products industry. They supply wholesale to fully customized products using various decoration services, including screen printing, sublimation, and embroidery. And for over 35 years, Pro Towel has been the premium provider for beach, golf, fitness, sports towels, and other textile items, including bath and kitchen accessories for over 50 industries. And literally 10 minutes before we got on here, I got a package delivered. The guy honked because he was scared of my dogs, even though they're the sweetest dogs ever. So they sent me these. So I'm so glad. Can you read what this says?
Yes. Are you looking at my putt?
Isn't that funny?
That's so cute.
And so I got to show this. Hopefully I don't spray myself in the face. So I have my little water bottle. So when I was talking about the different decoration methods, they have this invisible ink. So I'm going to try and not spray myself. Come on, where are you at? How wet do I have to get it? Okay, do you see the little balls appearing?
Almost.
I was starting to get myself wet, so I'm moving around here. Lots of water, lots of water.
That's the idea.
It's already really humid in here today. Now I'm going to get... Can you see that? Isn't that cool?
Yes.
So when your towel gets wet, those little golf balls appear, and then I have...
Cute.
Isn't that cute? Now I'm all wet. And then they gave me this big beach towel, and I don't know how much water I have to spray or if you can see it, but we're going to test quickly. My office is going to be nice and wet in here.
That is so cool, Amelia.
Here comes something with it. Oh, it's a cocktail. It's like a surprise. Look at that. It's like a martini glass.
That is so cool. The idea, though, is like when you get out of the pool or the ocean, you're soaking wet. So that would probably appear like
yes. And right now I'm soaking wet. So I feel like I just walked out of some exotic place. It's very nice and moist in my office right now.
So cute.
Those are so cool. So thank you. And I'm going to use these. And I think this is hilarious. I suck at golf. So this is going to be my new golf towel. Are you looking at my putt? Because
I think a shirt needs to be.
There's nothing about my game anybody is going to be watching. So that might be all they're looking at.
I love it. Wouldn't that be cute though on a shirt? Are you looking at my putt?
Oh, so many fun things.
Yes.
So Lori, you are in Hawaii right now. You've been there for over a week. You're there for a little bit longer. Hopefully you'll be back in the continental U.S. by the time this airs, I think. But what have you been doing while you've been over there?
My gosh, Amelia. So we were in Maui first for 7 days, and that was pure vacation, which was much needed. It's been a long time since Steve and I have taken holiday. And so one night we did a sunset cruise whale watching, and those animals are phenomenal. They're in abundance right now, like this is obviously the mating season where they deliver their babies, and then they'll eventually make their way to Alaska. So you'll see them in pods of 3. It's the mama, the baby, and then the dad. I want to say they call it like the master. I'm not sure if I have that right. But at the very end, they put this microphone about 20 feet down in the ocean, and these whales, the males, sing a song, and it's not to have the females come. It's not a mating call. It's just their song. And it goes for about 17 minutes, and it can be heard up to 1,000 miles, which is insane. So we heard the whales underneath just singing their song. It was pretty cool. And then the other thing that you would absolutely loved, is have you heard of Ocean vodka? It comes in a pretty blue round bottle.
No.
It comes from Maui, and it's really off the beaten track, but they have tours of their vodka, their rum, their coconut rum, and gin. So we did a tasting on that, and that was so incredible to hear how it's made. And they pull water from Kona that's like 20,000 feet below sea level, and they mix it with the vodka, and that's why it's so smooth. So now I feel like I'm a vodka connoisseur.
Did you buy some? Because I want some of this. Are you bringing some back to the mainland?
No, but I will ship you a bottle, Amelia. I will ship you a bottle because first thing I did was Google Prescott and see who carries it, because I'm like, oh, I may be in trouble. But I have 3 stores that carry it in Prescott.
Oh.
But it's so cool. So the whole history of it, I'll make it short, but the whole idea of this blue clear bottle represents the lures that the Japanese used. And you'll find them washing up on shores all over the place, but it's this beautiful blue, and the top is at 23 degrees at an angle, which represents like the Earth axis. So very thoughtful in terms of their marketing and their packaging, and super meaningful. And I love it because it's all organic.
That is awesome.
Made me very happy. So Ocean vodka, it's organic, and just a really, really cool story. But yes, I'll send you a bottle.
Okay. They for sure do not carry it in Baldwin City, Kansas, but
you might be surprised. And now that I've told you, I'll send you what it looks like, and you'll have to tell me, but I will send you a bottle.
For sure, they don't carry it in my town. We only have 2 liquor stores, and I know everything they carry in there, and most of the people that work in both of them. So
that's a hard no. Do you like rum?
Sometimes I don't drink anything super sweet. I've gotten off, like, I don't drink pop, and like even juices. So I don't really drink much rum because I don't like anything super sweet or syrupy. So
another fun factoid for you: when you fly Southwest just picked up their coconut rum. Ooh. So in the little tiny bottles. So maybe you can try one on ice. It's so good.
Okay. February's almost over for my somewhat dry February. There have been a few non-dry days, but you got to keep the small victories.
It's so good.
The small victories. Well, geez, I feel like a slacker compared to you. So I have not been doing much. Maddox's basketball season just wrapped, so I'm done with that. High school, we have like playoffs this week, so I'll be watching Addie cheer for some of those, which will decide if they go to like regional and state. I'm prepping for my beach vacation, so we're going to the Bahamas soon, and I'm really excited. And then I was just informed by my buddy Murray Siegel that works at Tell Specialties. I told him where I was going, and he goes, Lenny Kravitz lives on the island. And I was like, no, but I'm going to go stalk him. So I've been Googling like Lenny Kravitz house and blah, blah, blah to try and figure out where he is. I'm sure it's a small enough island that if I ask a local, they'll be able to point me in the right direction.
You need to find out what a security team looks like first. You need to figure out a security detail and then go. But I'm going to say, that's pretty. right there on the news. Yep, she tried breaking into Lenny's house.
He's pretty buff. I think he can take care of himself. He's like one of those hot looking dads.
If you figure this out, this will be a great test to see how we break into the Yellowstone party up the street from you.
Yeah, I don't want to break in his house. I'm not a creeper. I'm not a stan. No. I just want to run into him at the local pub or restaurant. And what's so funny is my daughter doesn't know any of his music. She doesn't know him as a singer. She only knows him from being the guy in good God, Katniss Everdeen, Game of Fire, or Hunger Games. Jesus, I was like going through Divergent, Twilight. In the Hunger Games, he was the stylist that dressed Katniss Everdeen. So that's all she knows him as. So this will be a fun little download for her. Yeah, how can you know we're gonna teach my daughter how to stalk. So yes, that's what I've been up to. That is what I have been up to. So Lori, you're on vacation. So are you still doing healthy, or do you have some new tips for us? This morning when I woke up, it was like, knock, knock, your vacation's over. So I actually have 5 shows here this week over in Waikiki. So I'm back to work. But yes, I've maintained, besides alcohol intake, eating a ton of fish, lots of fruits, and drinking a ton of water because you're drinking and trying to offset like what's going in your body. But yeah, I've managed. I've got my collagen packets I travel with, my little snacks. So I've been staying on task. Awesome. So what is your living with Lori tip for us this week? Do you have one? Well, I mentioned last episode, I was just going to go back over the blue zones for a second because it's so fascinating. And again, we can break it into 2. But the blue zones, if you haven't heard of it, Amelia, it was awesome that she heard it come up. I think it was on a news station or something, Amelia. So there are 5 places in the world that are considered blue zones. And this is where you're going to find the world's longest lived cultures. You've got Icarnia, Greece. Hang on to your seat on this next one. Loma Linda, California, which is, I wouldn't think anywhere in California you would have like a blue zone, but Loma Linda, California, Sardinia, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, and Nicoya, Costa Rica. Those are your 5 places where it's been tested for over 20 years. These are true blue zones. And a couple things that they all share, they have a purpose. And what that means is when they wake up in the morning, they have a purpose in life. And that can extend your life up to 5 additional years, waking up knowing you have a purpose. It's very fascinating. They move naturally. So instead of hiring a gardener to mow their lawn, they actually go out and move their bodies in the yard with gardening or just walking their dogs. They have a sense of feeling that they belong. It's not, they don't have this angst where they don't feel like they belong in their community. And their loved ones come first. There's a few more. The last thing that I'll talk about is that they drink wine at 5 o'clock, 1 to 2 glasses a day. And so again, I find it fascinating. You can dig deep into this, but if you go to bluezones.com, it talks about the research. It talks about the cultures, because here the 5 different locations I listed are all very, very different cultures. But when the research looks at what they're doing that they have in common, it's pretty amazing. So I thought you'd like the 5 o'clock, 2 glasses of wine every day. Yes, I do. I love the 2 glasses. My problem is stopping after the 2 glasses. Yeah, I haven't read, I need to do a little research on that and see if anybody drinks 3 or 4 and what that looks like. But they definitely all have that in common, except in Loma Linda, California. And it's because where that blue zone is at in Loma Linda, it's a very faithful community, religious community. The other thing I want to point out is this is across all religions. This isn't specific to one religion. And again, fascinating, right? It's not just Christians or Jewish people. It's across all religions. But Loma Linda,
their faith does not support drinking alcohol. So they're the only ones out of the 5 that don't drink.
That's unfortunate for them.
And I'm like, oh dear. But isn't it? I could go on, and I'll do part 2 on our next episode. But if you haven't heard of Blue Zones, Google it. There's actually films out on it where they actually go to each location and they film it and they interview people. But you've got women that typically would live to 78 that are now living to 100. And this is, again, all research backed. It's not Lori made up.
That's awesome. And before I move on to my part, if anyone could hear, Lori is not getting ready to be arrested. Those are not sirens. That is the wind behind her. You could hear it go, whoo, and you keep seeing it get light and dark behind her. So she's in her hotel, and there are some strong winds. So if we lose Lori a little bit here and there, it's because the tower she's in is like blowing right now. She's
and I have friends for this poolside because the bar is not open and they've got like some amazing seating, but there is no way that you would be able to hear because it is so windy outside. So I'm inside, and you can still hear.
I can tell when the sun goes behind a cloud because it's like light, dark. So nobody don't have a stroke or go into any she freezes up every once in a while. So it's just the wind, guys. Lori's okay.
I'm so good, and I just got my pour over. Steve just brought me a pour over from Lappert's. If you haven't had Lappert's, oh my goodness, fresh pour over coffee.
It's afternoon here, but I feel like I need a pour over. So I have not failed my children any. However, I already mentioned I'm working on it. So I'm going to teach my daughter how to be a stan because we're going to go see if we can find Lenny Kravitz. And I'm going to search and see if there's any other famous people that live on the island we're going to. But I had to call an attention. So the last thing we did, I was teaching you the term bra. Have you asked anybody how do they say that there? Like the surfer?
They say it, but I don't think I'm saying it correctly. And that's what scares me is like, I'm going to get taken down. Bra. I don't know if I'm saying it.
So in honor of our bra, I wore my shirt that I mentioned to you last time. So if you can't see it, it says mama, mommy, mom, bra.
I love it.
And those are the levels of ignoring my children. I get bra if I ignore them more than 3 times.
I love it. That is such a cute shirt. Such a cute shirt.
Thank you. My baby got it for me.
Love it.
And speaking of bra, Steve Parker, he's a bra, right? Bra.
I had dinner with Steve last night and his lovely wife, Stacy.
Yay. Well, Steve is our nominator of the Unsung Promo Hero, and he nominated Miss Gigi, who I know you know from your time at the Magnet Group. So let's give a listen.
Hi, this is Steve with the Magnet Group. Just want to talk about my unsung hero, Gigi Robles. She's been an industry veteran for about 20 years, always taking care of customers, always putting everybody first, doing a great job for the company and the industry. Recently elevated to an inside sales position as my sales partner. Again, doing great things for the industry, and just want to make sure she gets all the recognition she deserves. Have a great day.
Yay, Gigi.
Love it. I love it. And Steve is doing so good in his role over at the Magnet Group.
That's awesome. He is the nicest guy ever. And I got to meet Gigi when I was... Where were we when we...
PAI.
No. No. We had dinner. Me and you and Steve and Gigi. Was it SAC?
Yeah, in Long Beach last year. Yes. You're right. He's so lovely, and his wife is just absolutely... I've known them for 20 years. Our kids have grown up together. So super, super cool. We had Korean barbecue.
It was in Anaheim. It was in Anaheim last year, not Long Beach. Yeah.
We were at the section. We went to cheesecake. Remember, we took cheesecake back and a couple bottles of wine with cheesecake.
Yes, because we left with cheesecake and we went back and hid in a corner and we were all like sharing a couple pieces of cheesecake. Yeah.
And a couple bottles of wine.
Yeah, and a couple bottles of wine. So thank you, Steve, for nominating Gigi. You're amazing. I am still friends with her on Facebook and love you guys. So thank you so much. That is great. So guilty pleasures binging. If I was you, I would be binge watching sunsets and sunrises every morning.
I am. And just even from our balcony, we could see at our condo that we rented, you can see the whales from our balcony. So it was pretty spectacular. It had a table and chairs and a lounge, and we spent so much time out there just looking at the ocean and the activity. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So that, yeah, I would have to say those are my guilty pleasures, and being on vacation. And I know that sounds crazy because when I talk about certain, the primary food, which we've talked about, primary, secondary foods, what we put in our body, primary foods are the 12 different components that keep us balanced. It's just taking that time to reset and regroup.
That is awesome. All right. Well, I will be doing that when I go on vacation because
Yes.
I've already told my work I have no idea what the internet is like there. It's not like I can run my phone off of Wi-Fi. It's like being in another country, and I'm not taking my laptop, so I will be.
Good for you.
My phone will be on airplane mode. I just need it for the photography. I don't need to text anybody else. My family will be with me. Everything I need is there. So that's what I'll be doing. But I have been binge watching because there are some new shows. So the one that my daughter and I are watching right now is Outer Banks. Season 3 just came out. And if you haven't watched them, I don't know if you'd get it, but basically they're like in like swamp kind of southern country, and there are the townies and then the rich kids and then like the townies, and there's always adversity between like the rich kids and the poor kids, but there's all this craziness that has happened. They've been searching for some treasures. Somebody that they thought was gone just popped back up in season 3. So I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's pretty good. And there are some very handsome young men in it. So
oh, nice.
They play young kids, but they are of age. But I don't want to be the old cougar, so I'm just going to say good-looking young men.
Admit it, we're cougars.
Cougars.
We have to pray on something. It's all good.
I'll probably get some binge watching with our flights because we have lots of flights. So I'll be watching stuff on the airplanes here soon. So
good. So I'm curious because this, unless you download it already, like I didn't have Wi-Fi on my flight over to Maui. And of course, right? We're over a body of water. Mm-hmm. However, when I flew New Zealand a couple of years ago, I had Wi-Fi the whole time. So I don't really understand how that works.
I would say it would depend on the airline. And then sometimes the Wi-Fi just doesn't work on the planes at certain points.
Yeah, stinks.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter where you fly. But I would think that they would have Wi-Fi from LA or wherever you flew to Hawaii. Like that.
I know. No Wi-Fi. They made it like in their announcements at the beginning, like you will not have Wi-Fi. I got it for like 40 minutes until we got too far off the mainland. Yeah. And I was like, oh.
I always download something. I have a tablet I carry with me, and I always had things downloaded for that reason because I can't just sit on the plane without anything to do. And we fly American on our trip, and they usually always have TV.
I love American.
So
love it.
Should be good. And exciting news, the Kansas City airport will be open when we fly out. So I am so excited to check out the new airport because if you've been to KCI in the past 10 years, our other one that's being destroyed, demolished, shut down like today. It was bad.
Crazy.
Very, very bad.
Speaking of your airport, Amelia, on the Sunset Cruise I was on, 3 guys next to us.
They knew who we were.
Yes, they do now, but they're from Kansas City. And because of you, I knew about the whole airport renovation, and they were talking. Anyhow, it was kind of cool. I'm like, I know about that.
Did you say, do you know Amelia? Do you know Amelia Madl? I'm sure you know her, right?
I did. I said, be careful because she stalks. She stalks people.
Like, she's kind of a big deal in her population, her town of like 5 people.
In her blue zone, she's a big deal.
In her blue zone. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so Lori, we had done a couple of new terms, which was where I brought up bra for you last time. So I have 3 new ones for you.
Okay.
So one of them is an acronym. So I'm going to give you that first.
Okay.
So we've done one, but this has a different like take. So it's IYKYK.
I know this one because I just used it on my Facebook post.
What is it?
You know.
Yes. Lori's getting cool. We're making Lori cool again.
We're making Lori cool again.
All right, good one.
So that was good, right?
Yeah. If you know, you know.
I love it. Yes, I use that on my Facebook or on my Instagram for primary food. I'm like, if you know, you know.
Good girl. We're getting you hip.
All
right. This one makes sense, but it's kind of a turn or a spin off the whole bra thing, where bra is like non-gender for dude. So if kids are using fam, just fam.
FAM?
Yeah, it's just short for family. But instead of just like millennials say bro or bra, they say fam to describe friends or family.
So fam.
Yeah, just short.
Haven't we been using fam forever?
Yeah, it's a new thing though. It's kind of like suspicious. Like if you're or sus, you say sus. Like if it's suspicious or suspect, you're like, oh, that's sus. I guess we're too lazy to say full words, so we just say the first syllable.
But that's fam. Like you and I have been using that for a long time.
What's up with the fam?
Yeah.
We were doing it way before it was cool.
Right, but now you've got this whole new group of people, youngsters coming through that have never heard of it, and they're like, oh, I think it's cool. Let's call it fam.
Yep. Okay, here's one, a term. It's not an acronym. This ain't it, chief. If I say to you, this ain't it, chief, do you know what
this ain't it, boss.
Say it. What'd you say?
This ain't it, boss.
No, last time we did say boss, like, or CEO. I was like, Laura's the CEO of the Blue Zones. So if you say this ain't it, chief, it's used to say someone's statement is utterly wrong or idiotic.
Oh dear. Okay. And so this ain't it, chief?
Yes. If somebody says something really stupid to you, you just reply back, this ain't it, chief. They're saying something idiotic.
I'm going to use it this week.
Okay, fine. Your homework for this week is to use it in a sentence, Lori.
Use it, Lori, 3 times and write it down like different ways. I'm going to
write it on the board.
Yeah, I'm going to write it on the board.
Okay, last one for you. Have you heard somebody use the expression living rent free? It doesn't mean 40-year-olds that move back home with their parents either.
Are they squatters? I don't know.
In your mind. Squatters in your mind. So if someone is living rent free, it's when you can't stop thinking about a person, a thing, or a situation because they live in someone's mind rent free.
What the heck? That's deep.
So you don't want someone to live rent free. Say you got into an altercation, because I know you like to fight a lot, Lori, and you're very confrontational. You're very aggressive. But say you got into a confrontation and they said something that really made you mad, and then like an hour later you had the best response in your mind, and all you could do is kept replaying the conversation, like what you wish you would have done or what you wish you would have said. So that person is living rent free in your head because they're taking up your space or your energy. So
what's the saying, Amelia? Give it to me.
Living rent free. So you're on vacation. You are zen. Nobody should be living rent free in your head. Like any haters, any negativity, any bad juju is out.
I'm going to tell people you ain't
no rent in Lori's head.
I like that. You're not living rent free in my head.
Yeah.
They're going to think I'm crazy.
They might already think so, Lori. Who knows?
Probably so. Can you hear that? Oh my God.
Yes, I heard the wind and you went dark for a second. So I was like, oh, there's clouds and then there's the wind.
Yeah. So crazy. I like that one, Amelia, a lot. And
all right. So use it. And then make sure you're looking at my putt.
I'm telling you, you need a t-shirt.
That would start all kinds of stuff. But this is so cute. I'm going to take one of these on vacation with me.
You should. It's so cute.
Take it to the beach.
Yeah. But if you had a t-shirt, would you print it on the front or the back?
The only thing about having invisible ink on a t-shirt is everybody would know when I'm sweaty because new graphics would appear and I would either have to be really sweaty to show them, or if I was just sweating, like, don't put it in the pit area because there'd be like weird stuff.
They could put words like stinky, smelly. Yeah. I love that technology. That is so cool.
That is. So head over to protowels.com to learn more about all their decoration methods, including this amazing invisible ink. Be sure to comment with your guilty pleasures, your recent binges. I'm still looking for more shows, folks. Nominate your unsung promo hero of the week and tune in again on Friday, March 24th for a new episode. That's going to do it for us.
So good to see you. I'm supposed to say mahalo, I think.
Mahalo? Don't you say aloha for hello, goodbye?
Hello, aloha, and then mahalo is like thank you.
Oh. Mahalo, aloha. Peace out.
Rent free in my head.
Bye. All right, bye.